Welcome to Season 1, Episode 5. I want to start with a question. Here's the question. Does content live forever? When you create a high quality video or podcast and release it into the world, it doesn't just disappear. It takes on a life of its own, almost like creating little employees that go out and do their work forever. That single shift in perspective changes how we think about content creation because every piece that we publish has the potential to be a digital asset, a worker on our behalf, serving audiences and advancing our mission long after the initial effort. By the way, if you'd like to explore the full presentation that this podcast is based on, I'll put the link to the page in the show notes. What is evergreen content? Unlike trends that fade fast, evergreen content stays relevant. It represents timeless insights, ideas that keep helping people months and even years later. Think of it as creating a library of resources. Instead of shouting into the world, you're building a foundation that keeps working quietly behind the scenes. And not all content is evergreen, of course. Not everything you make will last forever. Some content is evergreen, timeless topics like storytelling, faith, or human experiences. Some is semi-evergreen, seasonal guides or annual best of lists. And then there's short shelf life trends, hot takes, breaking news. The key is to decide where to put your energy if you want long term impact. So here's the concept that I love every asset is an employee. The metaphor is each piece of content is a digital employee. Doesn't get tired, doesn't need a paycheck, it keeps working, keeps showing up 24/7, 365 days a year, and for potential years. And when you have enough of them, they become a team. For example, 10 assets equals a trickle, 100 assets equals a stream, 1,000 digital assets equals a flywheel that runs without you. The compound effect is just like compound interest. Evergreen content builds over time. Imagine a tutorial video that gets discovered by new people every month for 3 years. That one piece could impact thousands while you sleep, spend time with your family, or build something new. Service first content is the most powerful content. It isn't about self promotion, it's about service. Solve real problems, give generously, make your content align with your mission. When you do that, your audience doesn't just consume your work, they trust you and they return to you. Here's some practical steps. How can you start this? 1, audit what you already have. 2, identify 5 to 10 timeless topics in your niche. 3, create a calendar with at least 70% of it being evergreen content. 4, repurpose your best pieces across multiple platforms. And 5, track what keeps performing. Closing, evergreen content is your legacy in action. Each digital employee you create works for you and, more importantly, serves others. The question isn't whether you can afford to make evergreen content. The question is whether you can afford not to. Thanks for listening. If you'd like to dive in deeper, again, the full presentation will be in the show notes as a link to a web page. Until next time, keep building your team of digital employees.